So I just finished my swim at the YMCA in Valdosta, Georgia, and I wanted to share with you what my experience was. And I'm going to share this because I know that there are other people out there who, like me, maybe used to be very active, and possibly because of COVID, or maybe because you've been sick or you've broken a bone or other reasons you have not been active for a while. When COVID first started, I was still pretty active in my own home and going out walking. And of course, I had a dog at the time. So I went out I was walking 2 to 4 miles a day. But since November, I have not had a dog. And I actually realized that I was kind of turning into a couch potato. That was a scary thought. So I joined back up at the Y yesterday, and I decided I just need to start right up. So today I decided I would swim because I need to get my flexibility back and slowly build up some better muscles. Because golly, when you're older, those muscles just kind of disappear rather quickly. So I only swam maybe 10 lengths, and I swam very gently. And when I first got in the water, this is what I wanted to share, because I think that maybe a lot of people decide, oh, I'm going to start exercising again, and then they end up finding it uncomfortable and they give it up. So when I first got in the water, I did not feel at all comfortable. I mean, I used to be the sort of person for most of my life that would just dive in and start swimming on top of the water, under the water. I loved being in the water. And then all of a sudden today, I felt so uncomfortable. In fact, right when I got in, I was only wet up to about my waist, and I thought, oh, I don't like this. I'm going to get out. But nope, I was not going to get out. So I went ahead, and I was wearing these little things on my hands that they're sort of webbed, and I had my goggles on, and I had my swimmer's snorkel. I've got some arthritis and a little bit limited mobility in turning my head and also in my shoulders. So it helps to have that swimmer snorkel that comes up over my head so I don't have to turn it to breathe. Well, anyway, first I had to find my buoyancy. It's like the way my body floated in the water was different than how it used to float, or I had become unaccustomed to that feeling. So I kind of, just paddled around a little bit, and finally, I decided I am staying in this pool until I feel comfortable in the water again. And I did that. I stayed there. Of course, it was maybe 7:30 in the morning, so there were 3 or 4 other people in the pool, but not any people around the pool. So I didn't feel intimidated about people watching me or something, or looking at me. And finally I felt comfortable, and I kept swimming and treading water and just kind of stretching my body. And I got to the point where I felt comfortable enough that I wanted to stay in. But I know that if I overdo it, I am going to be sore, and it's going to be hard to come back. So I did, like I said, about 10 lengths, and then I got out, and you know what? In the shower, I actually felt athletic. I mean, I felt good that I had been moving around and done something physical, and something that was enjoyable and comfortable too. So I wanted to encourage you, if you have not been very active, go ahead and very slowly start up again and do it until you're comfortable with it. Don't stop until you're comfortable. After you're comfortable, if you decide you want to stop, okay, but don't stop before you get to that point of comfort. And when I say comfort, I don't mean it's easy. I mean, you feel like, oh yeah, I've got it back. My body can do this. I can move. You may not be able to breathe that well, like let's say if you were a runner, something like that. But just that your body gets the rhythms again, and kind of says, if your body could talk, oh yeah, I remember doing this. Yes. And maybe if you haven't ever been active, well, join someplace. You know, it may help to go to classes because you meet people and you kind of want to be there and just be friendly without actually having to form relationships. You know, you can just be friendly on a superficial level that feels nice, and maybe you will actually make some friends. But if you have the little bit of pressure of showing up to class, that might help you to keep doing it. I don't know. I'm one of those ones who I don't do well with an exercise program on my own. But if I'm showing up to a class, you know, I just tend to show up. Well, anyway, I hope that this stimulates some thoughts for you in getting active again, and maybe even stimulate some activity. So y'all have a good day. This is a nice time of year to start being active again.